Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new card in the 12 cards of Christmas series, and today we are making a tunnel card, which is a really cool diorama-like card with windows that create a 3D effect. Like always, you have all the measurements for this card and all the other cards in a link in the description under the video. It's free, you can go ahead, grab it, download it, print it, and then you'll have all the measurements for all the cards. So we're going to start with our base and fold it in half. This is going to be the base of our card. Next we're going to bring in the pages. You can use a double-sided cardstock, make things faster. We're going to score each of the pages at 1/2 inch on each of the long sides of the page. So score it 1/2 inch, turn it 180 degrees, and then score it 1/2 inch on the other side. We're going to repeat that with all 4 pages. The double-sided cardstock that you use simply saves you some paper. Instead of making the card from a solid color cardstock and then start to cover all the sides, simply use a double-sided cardstock and that will do the job perfectly. So once you're done with scoring all the pages, we now need to create windows in all the pages. And basically the windows get bigger and bigger as we move forward. So we're going to start with our bigger window, and we're going to draw lines, 4 lines, 1/4 inch from the top and the bottom, and 1/4 from the right and the left score lines. So align your ruler with the score line, and then mark a little mark on the 1/4 inch on each side, and then simply draw a line. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing and align the ruler to the top edge and mark 1/4 from the top and 1/4 inch from the bottom, and again draw a line. And this will tell us exactly where to cut later. You see that now we have a rectangle in the middle. That is going to be our window. So this is the first window. For the second window, we're going to do exactly the same thing, only this time we're going to measure 1/2 inch from the score lines and the top and the bottom. So we're going to repeat that process, align the ruler with our score line, and mark on 1/2 inch on both sides. And then draw 2 lines. Next, align your ruler with the top edge and mark again 1/2 inch from the top and from the bottom, and draw 2 lines. This is going to be the second window. It's slightly smaller. For the third window, we're going to draw our lines 3/4 inch from the score lines and from the top and bottom edges. So exactly like we did before, only this time we do the little marks 3/4 inch from the score lines and from the top and bottom edges, and then draw the lines, and that will be our third window. And lastly, for a fourth window, we're going to mark 1 inch from the score lines and from the top and bottom edges. So this is going to be our smallest window. So we're just going to align our ruler and do all the marks, draw the lines, so we will know where we need to cut them later. Always make 2 points to make sure your lines are straight. We want the windows to be straight. Next, bring your cutting knife, your craft knife. It's the easiest way. Don't use scissors, and simply cut away all of the windows. So you only cut along the lines of the square. Don't go too far. We only want a window, a rectangle shape. So this is the smallest window. Now for the second window, make sure you align your ruler with the pencil mark, the pencil line that you drew, and then just cut. So this is the second window. You see that it's slightly bigger than the first one. This is how it's going to go. And there's going to be a gap between each of the windows to create that 3D effect of depth of the diorama, of the tunnel. This is what's going to make the tunnel effect. So this is the third window. I'm going to cut that away. And the last window is the largest one. This window is going to go on the front. So it's all going to make sense once we assemble the card. Now we have all our windows ready, and it's time to think about what kind of scene you want your card to have. So just cut away a few shapes. I cut out some trees and a Santa and an ornament. I'm going to assemble them all on my window. It's going to make sense. So we're going to start with the smallest window and attach a piece of cardstock. It can be solid color, it can be with a pattern. You can attach it to the back. This is going to be the back of our card. So whatever you want your back of the card to show, then you attach it on the back side. Next, bring your second size window, align it with the first window, and start attaching your elements. So I'm attaching trees. I'm only applying a little bit of glue so I can attach them to the side of my window. Don't put any glue in the center, otherwise everything will get stuck together and we don't want that. So for the next window, I'm going to attach a tree on the other side of the window. So apply a little bit of glue just to the edge of the shape and attach it to the front of the window. You see how the scene is starting to, this sticks a little bit, so I'm removing that. You see how the scene is starting to come to life. I'm going to attach a little ornament on the top of the window as well. And remember, only put glue on the edges of the shape where you want it to be, instead of applying glue so everything will get stuck. And for the front window, I'm going to attach my Santa on the front of the window on the bottom, like this. Now my tunnel is ready and I can go ahead and assemble it. So we're going to bring back the base and start attaching our windows. We're going to start from the smallest window, apply glue to the left side tab, aligning it with the center fold, and simply close the card like this. So those little tabs are going to create the distance, the gaps between the windows, and give us the 3D effect. Next, we're going to attach the second window, apply glue to the left tab, and then align the edge with the first tab like this, very close, and then fold it to the right like this. Make sure it's burnished, it's straight. Then the third window, apply glue to the left tab, align it with the previous one, and attach. And then we're going to attach our final window, which is the largest one, the one that goes on the front. And again, we're going to apply glue to the left tab, align it with the previous window, and attach. So now all our windows are glued to the base on the left side, and we need to attach them together on the right side. This is how it's going to be. You see how the 3D effect is formed? Isn't that cool? Really like this. So just close the card, make sure everything works properly and everything is aligned. Okay, so now we need to attach all the 4 right tabs to the card. So we're going to bring our last piece and we're going to score it at 2 inches to create a fold line. Then you see you have a larger part and a smaller part. So the smaller part goes on the left side like this. So we're going to apply glue to the inside of the right side of the card and then along all the tabs like this, while everything is flat. Everything is laying flat now. So along the tabs, the right tabs, and then we're going to attach the cover, aligning it with all the edges on the top, the bottom, and on the right. Like this. And once that's attached, it basically hides and attaches the right tabs together, and this is our card. So now just fold everything, make sure it works, make sure it folds properly, and then when you open it you get that really cool effect of a tunnel card. Isn't that cool? I really love this card. And you can create any scene that you want in the center. Just going to embellish it a little bit. Instead of embellishing, you can add a bright solid color paper and write your message. You can write your message on the back or on the inside. Just going to add this in the front. And of course you can make your scene as busy or as minimal as you like. This is a really cool card. So I really hope you like this card, and I encourage you to please subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all my tutorials and make all the projects, including the 12 cards of Christmas series. This effect is really cool. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I really love this card. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.